And welcome back to Property Palz. My name's Ben.
My name is Marcus.
And we are super happy to be right back for another week of Property Palz, giving you the most interesting, coolest, best properties which are on market.
Correct, Ben. What episode are we up to?
We're on episode 12.
I believe 12,
Wow,
yeah.
time just flies when you talking about lovely properties.
We're doing pretty well. I'm happy we're up to 12. What are we going to be looking at today, Ben?
Well, today we have 5 absolutely spectacular properties for you.
Yeah.
And they've taken our interest, they've tickled our fancy, and we just can't wait to introduce them to you.
Yes.
So Marcus, I think last week, clearance rate's still doing pretty well. I think it's still above 70%. It's a strong market and buyers are buying despite interest rate increases.
They are, Ben, and now we're going into winter. You don't see as many properties come onto the market, so it'll be interesting to see.
That's true, and I think it's a good point, Marcus, because a lot of buyers get nervous because come winter, the market does slow down. Not as many properties are on market, so there's less stock available to buy.
Yep.
But I think it's been pretty strong right up until now.
It has.
Just because a lot of people have been waiting a long time, and then they've seen the interest rate rise, and they've gone, you know what, I've got to get into the market.
Got to get a deal.
But without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 5.
Number 5, big boy.
Now, Marcus, what is one of the most premium suburbs in Melbourne?
Oh, I'd have to say Track, Brighton, East Melbourne.
That's right.
Oh.
East Melbourne.
Hey.
East Melbourne has one of the highest median house prices in the whole of Victoria.
Does it?
It is an extremely desirable suburb. And this one here, I have number 72. So unit 72, 211 Wellington Parade South, East Melbourne.
Ben, East Melbourne. I do like East Melbourne.
And this one too is just a pebble's throw from the CBD.
And the MCG.
That's right. So amenities-wise, it's right in the heart of it. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1-car apartment, and it's actually quite a beautiful apartment because it's got a great layout. You've got separated master and the other bedrooms. It's north and west facing. The bedroom sizes are very good. It's 121 internal area, and the quote range is, or it's an auction, $1.3 to $1.4 million.
Okay, Ben, so can we just go back to it? So it's near Fitzroy Gardens, it's near Jolimont Station. You can walk up, you can walk into the city. It's asking $1.3
to $1.4 million.
And it's 3-bedroom.
And it's 121 square metres internal, so
Cool.
that's 11.5 grand a square metre for the internal size.
Okay.
Now, this actually is quite an interesting property because it was a Beckton development. And this development, Beckton developed this sort of pocket area. So there's quite a lot of townhouses, apartments in this area. And originally, it wasn't East Melbourne. They actually rezoned the area because East Melbourne has a higher rate per square metre when you sell something. So, but I think what's really unique about this area, and we'll go through some pictures up here, is that you feel like you're almost in like a British country town.
Yeah, that's true. So, Ben, is this... when was it done? Do you know when it was developed?
It was over 20 years ago when it was first done, because when we looked through what it last sold for, it goes right back to 1993 and it sold for $326,000. Now, I can't put hand on heart that actually was developed at that time, but I do know it was at least 20 years ago.
And if it was developed today, it probably would be more dense because it's it's low. Like how many stories? 3, 4,
So
5
this is, I think it's
max?
only 3 or 4 stories max. And so you're right, it would be way higher. It would be way more densely developed. And so I think it offers really spacious living for someone that wants to be really close to the CBD, but you kind of in a secluded pocket and has a lot of good amenities. It's got like a little courtyard and garden. I think it's also, it's got even got a
It's got a swimming pool, it's got a gym. I've actually been through this development before. We've been both through it. I do like that it's got the master bedroom separated.
Yeah.
It's got a nice wardrobe, ensuite, master bedroom 3.3 by 3.3, not too bad. And then you've got the 2 bedrooms that share a bathroom. I think that's pretty well set out on that floor.
I don't think you could ask for much more. It's only got 1 car. Now, some people might find that's a little bit of an issue, but when you're only, so far away from the CBD, it's not too much of an issue. Do you like the balcony?
Yeah, Ben, I was just looking at the balcony. I looked at it and I saw it was external 2 square metres. I'm like, that can't be compliant.
No, well, look, it was built a long time ago. That balcony isn't so big. How much time do you actually...
balcony.
That's right. How much time do you actually spend on the balcony? Look, not too long.
Open them doors up and
that's
then you'll
right.
be right.
And I think the internals, so the floorboards that might have been redone.
Oh, nice.
Some of the cupboards and stuff redone. Overall, I think this is a very, very attractive apartment for, a family or even, just someone who's living with a mate and close to the CBD.
Good one. fine. Northwest facing, not too bad.
Not bad. Okay, on to number 4.
12 Linda Street, Coburg. Now, Ben, 2 bed, 1 bath, 1 car. Auction asking 890 to 940k. So
Well, under $1 million.
under a mil. First home buyer category potentially, Ben.
Pretty up there for a first home buyer,
It
but
is.
still, that's
Still
right.
under
for
a
some
mil.
people, prices are going up, and the median house price in Melbourne is above $1 million.
Yep. 173 square metres of land, so that's $5,433 per square metre on land. That was real quick.
Tell you what, that is fast.
110 square metres internal. Now, it's a neighbourhood residential zone, development contributions overlay, but interestingly, no heritage overlay. Because it said, I looked on RV data, it said 1900s it was built. Ben.
Wow. Well, some
1900,
areas,
sorry.
wow, so over 100 years old.
Yeah.
But so when you look at it,
123.
wow, good maths.
Nice.
Now, it looks beautiful on the outside.
It looks great. I can't
even got a
believe it.
name.
Look, Ben, I've looked at this. Last sold, oh, I'll come back to this. So, solid brick Victorian rests in prized Coburg pocket.
Great.
I love it. I think it's just it looks really good. It's a Victorian terrace. Last sold in 2014 for 686k.
Wow.
Then it was sold in 1989 for 103k.
Wow, don't you wish you bought it back then?
Oh yeah, Benny boy. And northerly light pours into a very spacious, fully equipped kitchen meals. The adjoining paved and private courtyard shares the bright north-facing aspect with the row access, enabling off-street parking.
That's lovely.
How is that? See the off-street parking there, Ben? And you got the 2 bedrooms at the front, you got the bathroom, you got the living, but I do like how there's a separated living and meals area. It's got 2 dunnies, how you'd say it. But look at the bedrooms, Ben. How big are they?
That is spacious. 4x4 and 4x4.
Yeah,
And then their robes separate the bedroom, so a bit of sound insulation.
Yes.
Ooh.
You've got very good eye for that, don't you?
Well, I think overall, north facing, got a cute little courtyard, car park it out the back. The bedrooms, good sizes, proper bathroom in the middle there. It's got a dunny out the back with the laundry. North facing living room, bit of a courtyard. It's good.
Not bad, good size, Ben, I think. Perfectly positioned next to Anderson Reserve, Mall and train station, Sydney Road tram and the upfield bike path. Overall, I think it's a solid buy. 890k, if it could go at that price, not sure, I think it'll go a bit over.
Well, I'm just trying to think, what's the median house price in Coburg?
Median house price in Coburg, 1.17 mil, I think.
Wow, that was very quick.
Yeah, got it.
That's interesting. So it's quoted below that. Now, where it ends up, we will see.
Well, it might end
I
up
think this
there.
is a good buy.
Change in median value over the last 12 months for houses in Coburg, Ben, 9.8% down.
Down. Well, it's probably reflective of the overall
the general market.
So.
All right, number 3, Ben.
Number 3. Now we're going to tiptoe down south a little bit to still a suburb north of the CBD, Fitzroy. Now this one here is a very, very cute property. It is 32 Condell Street, Fitzroy. It's a 2-bed, 1 bath, no car.
No car?
No car. But this is a cute workers' cottage.
Was a worker's cottage?
Was a workers' cottage. So it was neighbourhood residential zone, heritage overlay.
Oh, it's got a bit of work.
It is a 4.8 metres by 30 metres deep, so it's 144 metres over tall, which is about 6,900 square metres on land. The maths is there. It's directly opposite Condell Park.
Which one's that one?
Well, it's one of the beautiful little park in Fitzroy.
Oh, good.
And it faces the park. It's a block of 6 workers' cottages. It's the Fitzroy Town Hall and Library is within a stone's throw, walking distance. Smith Street, Brunswick Street, you're right in the middle, so you can walk to either of those streets. You've got very easy access. Whitlam Place is there, Napier Hotel, which is a good pub in the area. You've got Napier Street, which has a lot of those more luxurious, recent, modern apartment developments around that area.
Nice, Ben.
So overall, I think it's a really, really cute cottage.
Yeah, so a good cottage. Now, Ben, I just want to get your thoughts. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most up-to-date interior I've ever seen.
Well, would you believe this property this is the first time the property has been sold in 60 years.
Well, gee, that's pretty solid, Ben. That
60
is
years,
pretty
and
solid.
I've got to say, it looks better than it hasn't been worked on for 60 years. If that
Say that
English
again?
makes sense. It looks better than something that's just been left there for 60 years. Now, scrolling through the photos, some of the walls might need a bit of paint, some of the ceilings might need a little bit of investigations.
My question.
But the main issue is, in the middle of the night, if you need to go to the bathroom, what do you do, Marcus?
For Ben, I'm just trying to work out how you get through to the second bedroom.
You don't.
You got to go through the kitchen to get through to your bedroom, and then you've got to go outside to get to the dunny.
That's right. Well, there's
Wow,
nothing
that's
better
chilly. It's chilly in winter.
You know how they say cold showers are really good for the body? Sometimes in the middle of the winter, cold toilets are good for the body as well.
Yeah, mate.
I think, but
Good
just
choice.
so we emphasise this issue, there's no access to the bathroom without going outside of the property. So this is going to turn off some people.
It would, it would turn off a lot of people.
And also too, when you look closely, even if you were to retrofit or do something to it, you still need to go through the second bedroom to actually get to the second bathroom.
Well, maybe you could just simply smash that out. I don't know. You'd have to look at the planning permits in there, but you have the corridor down to the bathroom.
Maybe we can circle. It just does look quite difficult to do, and that's the issue with very narrow blocks. It's 4.8 metres wide, that there's not much room to move around with it. However, look, you're right in the heart of Fitzroy, in a really, really good area of Fitzroy. It's a super cool location, and what's interesting is that in the comparables, is that we've seen 35 Chapel Street has been used as one. It sold for 985k, arguably probably inferior location because it's close to Johnson Street, not right in the heart of Fitzroy, but better improvements.
Okay.
So for under $1 million, a really cute house, it does need a little bit of work. So I think if you're going to buy it thinking you can move into it straight away, you could, but it needs a little bit of work.
I think it does need work. But you know what? There's opportunities
Fitzroy.
within the market at the moment. That might be one of them. 97 Barclay Street, Brunswick East.
Oh, wow. Brunswick East.
Brunswick East. Now,
This is a beautiful property.
It is a beautiful property, Ben. 2 bed, 1 bath, 0 car.
Zero cars.
0 car. Auction 1.1 to 1.2 mil. Last sold in 2014 for 800k.
Okay.
Land area 161 square metres. Quick math, $7,453 per square metre of land.
That's incredible.
Neighbourhood residential zone, development contributions plan overlay, heritage overlay. Looks like heritage applies. Skinny block though, only approximately 5 metres wide, so only enough for a corridor and a bedroom.
So it's similar. So yeah, 5 metres wide, similar to the previous property,
Yes.
which is 4.8 metres wide. So it's about the same.
Does it have development potential? Potentially the back, maybe. I'd just like taking a bit of a snippet from what the listing has.
Just sell it to us.
Sell it.
Marcus.
Retaining all the beauty of its original features, the turnkey terrace home presents an outstanding lifestyle opportunity for the lucky buyer, boasting a number of stunning design features from the classic Victorian facade and original fireplace to the exposed brick and they're supposed to be electric.
I like the pause.
Yeah,
Just
they've got a spelling mistake in their mix of finishes and textures. This well-appointed property is sure to please. Now, Ben, I think it does please. Do you?
I think the orientation is pleasing.
Oh.
North-facing backyard, and it is a sizable backyard too.
It is a sizable backyard. It's a ripper location generally.
Yeah.
Almost Princess Hill cut north, like not really, but it's just over the road from it, from Brunswick Street.
For the sake of selling it, it is.
Yep, within walking distance of the culturally iconic Lygon Street.
That's right.
Featuring incomparable selection of world-class food, boutique stores and transport options. So you've got the tram routes, but one thing, Ben, look here. We love the exposed brick.
Oh, I've got to agree with you, Marcus. Exposed brick, and we're going to scroll through some of the photos here. It's done very, very tastefully.
Oh, it's tasteful, Ben. And look at those exposed timber beams.
Yep, exposed timber beams. The floorboards may have been updated, I'm not sure.
Oh, go back. I just realised something. Look at that. Stained
glass window on the inside. Now, I think that might be to the bathroom. I don't know.
Who knows?
But overall, look, I think this is a very pretty property. The master or the main bedroom, the fireplace and exposed brick. I can see the other bedroom.
Living room and dining room, kitchen and sunroom. If you look at it, so you've got the separate living, you've got a bit of dining, and then you've got a sunroom there. I really like how it's separate.
I think it's really good. The only thing that I can see putting off some buyers would be that it doesn't have a car.
Now, Ben, why do you need a car?
Is the station nearby?
I'd say
within a short jog.
I'd say a big vortex throw. Yes.
A hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. Too. So you've got. I think that might be dual.
But given that it's a house, you'd be probably able to get a permit for a on-street car parking.
Yep.
So
you're buying because of the location as well. It's a ripper location. Yeah. You're near Carlton North.
And the turnkey nature, as compared to the Fitzroy one, which probably needs a little bit of love. This one is ready to go.
Good call, Ben.
And also that backyard looks fantastic. So for kids or for friends, the trees looks very nice.
Could you extend the block, Ben, potentially at the back?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Now, we're not planners. You need to speak to a planner or actually have an architect kind of do it for you, but I can't see why you couldn't do that.
Yeah, cool.
But
All
that
right.
is not. Okay.
Number uno one.
Now we are steaming through our properties today.
Are we?
We
How
are
we doing?
we are going at an absolutely flying pace. Now this one we're going to go to Flemington.
Oh.
Let me take you to 39 Illawarra Road, Flemington.
I love Flemington, Ben. Is it in Flemington Hill? Tell me. Is it? Do I need to check for you?
It's a 2-bed, 1 bath, 1 car. Quote range is $750,000 to $820,000. Now that there, if it sells within that range, you could argue is first home buyer.
Well, a category, yeah. I think at the upper end of a first home buyer, like I said, 900K before, under $1 million, but this is a good option.
And when you look at it, when I first saw it, I thought, wow, that looks beautiful. Now, it's not an original terrace, like not one that's 100 years old, but it was built not over 20 years ago. I think on Google Street View, you go back to 2008 and you can still see it's there.
Fact check him.
The previous time it sold for $644,000 in October 14. Oh, and $75,000 in 1991.
Oh, Ben, you're smart. You switched on, so it's more than 32 years old.
The maths.
Yeah, it's
incredible. Now, this is a general residential zone property. It's 4.8 metres wide by 28 metres deep.
Wow.
So similar sort.
Skinny one.
Fairly skinny, but then again, you can fit a bedroom
like
and
it
you can
skinny?
fit a very skinny.
So you don't like a bit more width?
Well, I think the more width would be better.
I
But
agree.
sometimes, if you're paying dollars per square metre of land, and this is 134 square metres of land approximately, so it's about $6,000 a square metre on land. The interiors have been freshened up, so it's got the floorboards, the walls have been painted, the carpet has already been done, but the bathrooms are the same. And that, we
Okay.
can pop up a couple of pictures of the last time it sold, just up here. And so Victorian-inspired, dual-level terrace. The front living room is actually, as soon as you walk in, that's getting the northern light, and that's why the living room's at the front of the property, whereas sometimes you put it at the back. Walking distance to Newmarket Station, Flemington Racecourse, I think it's pretty good.
I've been into a couple, actually, of these, I think, in Flemington. A couple of years ago, we went through one. So it's pretty good.
And the one that we went through was a little bit run
It
down.
was a bit dilapidated, and this one
I
is
think
very good.
I can't remember what it sold for, but I think it was a similar sort
I
of
thought it
price
was
for it.
900K or something.
Yeah, I
massive.
think it was less than that though. But this has been redone. This is ready to move into.
Can I just comment on the location? I know this actually area quite well. It's near Newmarket Station, a great spot for little eateries, restaurants. It's not in Flemington Hill, which is to the east of Newmarket and the train line, which is a really good location with the plane trees, etc. But it is to the west in that little pocket between the racecourse and the train line itself, Ben.
I think it's ideal because it's near the race course, so that's what a wonderful place to go for fun and with kids and with family and friends. Still can walkable distance to Newmarket Station, but you're in more like a residential pocket, of which is very attractive. Sometimes people find being too close to the station or too close to main streets is a little bit off-putting because there's so much people going around. This is still in a residential pocket. I think it's ideally located.
Yeah, no, Ben, I agree. It's ideally located. Now, what do you think it'll go for? Give me a bit of a tip.
I think just with where the market is at the moment,
Yes.
and that the improvements are very strong, and there's a lot to like about this. I think it'll sell for above that range.
And when you say above, do you think 9?
I think it could sell for just under 9. This one.
I think it could send to 9.
Without looking at comparable sales, and that's what you need to do to really get
gut
a feel
feel,
for it.
gut feel.
But yeah, I think it could sell for just above that range, and because I can see that being very attractive for a Hearst home buyer. It's a great place for families, great place for young professionals, great place for even downsizers and retirees. It's very good.
Yeah, overall, Ben, I'm quite happy. These were kind of more it's not the sub $1 million and a tiny bit over, and kind of first home category, but.
I think first home category, or just that lower sort of, not
Threshold.
lower, but we're not talking 2 million, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5s and all that sort of stuff. These are still below the 7 digits.
For $1
Below $1
million.
million,
Yeah.
so I think it's pretty attractive. But overall, we have steamed through these this week, Marcus.
Ben, I'm really encouraged by our ability to go efficiently today, so we're going to wrap it up.
I agree. The feedback from all 9 subscribers on YouTube was that we got to keep it under 20 minutes. But tell you what, TikTok's going off.
Dude, TikTok is going off, but guys, we've been 9 subscribers for the last 4 or 3
Come on,
episodes.
be that number,
Be that
double-digit
10.
subscriber. So everyone, remember, it's more important than ever to like, subscribe, leave a comment below what properties you want us to review, send it to your friends, get your mum, dad, grandma, great-grandma,
cousin,
everyone to follow,
dog,
teachers, colleagues,
everyone.
and thanks again. See you later on, guys. See you next
True.
week. Bye.
Bye.